Chapter 8. Man, are you late, Frankie said, a little bit angry. It's 7:30. We thought you weren't coming, Ashley piped in. Hey, I didn't think I was coming, I snapped back. Parent problems. I happen to know that your mom isn't even home, said Frankie. I know that because she's upside down in my living room. My dad went to yoga class tonight too, said Ashley. He said he needed to de-stress. I'd be stressed too if I had to look at pictures of people disgusting insides all day. We got to get my dad to go to yoga, I said. He could definitely use some de-stressing. He wouldn't even let me come here tonight until I wrote a paragraph of my essay. Did you get one? Asked Ashley. Yeah, I wrote a paragraph. Great, said Ashley, throwing an arm around me. Then I erased it. Not so great. Ashley looked worried. I assume you didn't mention the erasing part to Silent Stan, said Frankie. He didn't ask, and I didn't tell. I don't lie to my parents, but I have to confess, there are times when I don't spill everything. I think you know what I mean. I fell backward into one of the sofas that lined the wall of our clubhouse. Cheerio, who had come with me, started to sniff the place out. He always sniffs around like he's going to find something new. He never does, but as long as he doesn't lift his leg, I figure he can do whatever he wants. Our clubhouse is in the basement of our apartment building. When you get off the elevator, you start smelling soap suds because the laundry room is to the right. But if you turn to the left, there are 3 rooms with padlocks on them, filled with stuff everyone who lives in the building doesn't want. Old chairs and sofas, and bird cages, suitcases of every size, boxes of books and food magazines. A lot of parent kind of stuff. One of the rooms doesn't have a lock, so we use it for our hideout. It's a perfect meeting spot. Well, almost perfect. It would be totally perfect if Robert didn't know about it. Ashley and Frankie had already made a list of the tricks Frankie was going to do for Papa Pete's show. It said, 1. Take nickels from nose. 2. Transform one scarf into many scarves. 3. Make thumb disappear. 4. Pull live furry thing from hat. Numbers 1 through 3 are no-brainers, Frankie said, but number 4 isn't going to happen. We better face it now. But I promised Papa Pete, said Ashley. I shook on it. Fine, said Frankie. Then you've got to find me something live and furry. How about Robert, I suggested. No, said Frankie. His mother would freak out if we try to stuff him in a hat. Cheerio got tired of sniffing and started to chase his tail. Cheerio's at it again, Ashley said. Doesn't he ever get dizzy? I looked at Cheerio twirling around like a top. A flash of inspiration hit me. Cheerio! He was small, he was furry, he was alive. Members of Magic 3, I said as I sprang off the sofa. I have the answer. We're pulling Cheerio out of that hat. When he heard his name, Cheerio stopped spinning for a minute and looked me right in the eye. Then he started spinning again. Frankie put his hand to his forehead like he had a bad headache. He does that inside a hat, and I'm telling you right now, he'll burn a hole in the fabric. Cheerio can be calm, I said. He'll cooperate. Right, and my name is Bernice, said Frankie. By the way, here's another question, guys. What top hat have you ever seen that this dog would fit in? He's our best choice, Frankie. He's also our only choice, Ashley said. So we'll just have to figure out a way. She pushed her glasses up on her nose and folded her arms in a way that meant business. Ashley can be tough when she wants to be. I think we can build a hat big enough to hold Cheerio, I suggested. There's stuff all over here that we could use. Yeah, like what? Frankie asked. I looked around. On the shelf above the door I saw a big round hat box kind of thing. We pulled it down, took off the top, and put Cheerio inside. He fit perfectly. Great, we'll use this, I said. We'll cover it in black felt. Like we happen to have a big pile of felt lying around, Frankie said. I know where they sell felt. I had just seen some the week before in the 99-cent store. It was in the school supplies section. It's still not going to look like a hat, said Frankie. Then we'll get some cardboard and make a brim, I answered. That sounds hard, said Ashley. How will we get the brim to stick on? Trust me, I said. I'm a genius with super glue. Okay, genius, said Frankie. Tell me how we're going to keep your nutcase dog inside the hat until it's time to pull him out. I'll build a pocket inside and put some biscuits there to keep Cheerio calm. By now, Frankie and Ashley were pretty impressed with my ideas. I have to admit, I was too. We can even put the whole hat on wheels, I said. I don't know where that idea came from. It just popped into my mind. One second there was nothing in my head, and the next second there was a hat on wheels. It was amazing. Hank, you are covered in creativity, Ashley said. You're the second person today who's used that word, I said to her. Ms. Adolph told me she was looking forward to seeing me use my creativity in my essay. Then it struck me. Creativity. It was the answer to all my problems. Creativity solved our hat problem, and creativity was going to get me through Ms. Adolph's essay. And not just get me through either. My creativity was going to get me the best grade of my life. Let everyone else write their stupid 5 paragraphs. Not me. Right then and there I decided I was going to build my essay. I'd bring Niagara Falls into the classroom, water and all. I could see it in my mind, just like I saw the big hat for Cheerio. I'd build a living model of Niagara Falls with the cliffs and waterfalls and even a boat. Everyone would know firsthand what I did on my summer vacation. Principal Love would hear about how great it was and come to our classroom just to see it. He'd call my dad and say what a great job I had done. Papa Pete always says, there are many roads to Rome. I used to think he was talking about the traffic in Italy, but now it made sense to me. What he meant was, if you can't get there one way, take another way. Like if you can't pull a rabbit out of a hat, pull a dachshund out. And if you can't write about Niagara Falls, build it. My brain was on fire, and it felt good.